In this video, you're gonna see one of the most bizarre countryside foods of Asia.
It is a national dish, the one and only.
An entire goat cooked in its own body.
To be completely honest, that doesn't look like it'd be very good.
But first, let's back up. In this country's expansive countryside, there is no electricity. There is no plumbing. This is the life of a modern nomad in Mongolia.
That's a big bowl of milk tea.
And then where's the boba?
With what?
Here, people live now using the same traditions and techniques they used hundreds of years ago.
Me and Andrew are here on a mission to see what it's like to live the nomad lifestyle in Mongolia. Do you agree with that? Because I didn't actually ask you. You just came.
From their insulated, easy-to-assemble houses.
How do they move all the house? How do they move all this stuff?
To the way they cook their food.
We need to give this curd CPR.
Today, we're on a mission to experience the life and diet of real nomads, including this.
The bottom hole is steaming.
An ancient Mongolian dish like you've never seen before.
I wish I could replace my pillow at the hotel with this.
It all starts here. It's a typical morning for Boggy the goat, waiting to be released and to graze the fields. But on some days, the unthinkable happens. Without warning, one of his goat acquaintances is plucked from the herd and carried away, never to be seen again. For most foods in Mongolia, removing the animal's head entirely is taboo, except when making boortsoג.
This is a preparation like I've never seen before. It seems that you want the whole body as one big vessel.
Right on. All of the bones are taken to inside. All of this stuff and organs also, just to remain the side sack.
So they're using the neck as the exit point for everything inside.
Right on.
Boortsoג appears in Mongolia's history as early as the birth of this country in the 1200s. Legend has it that Genghis Khan threw boortsoג banquets when his warriors were victorious.
When making boortsoג, what is the biggest mistake you could make?
Don't make some cuts in the height. It should be a biggest mistake. Be careful of cutting yourself as well. All of the processed stuff, it depends on your finger sense.
I think surgeons should come out here to practice.
Muscle by muscle, bone by bone. Even among skilled hands, this painstaking process can take up to an hour. The heating element used to cook the boortsoג is also being prepared. Stones from a nearby river are blasted in a fiery inferno for hours. Once scorching hot, this will be the primary heat source, cooking the animal in a way you've never seen before. Inside the yurt, locally known as a gur, we warm ourselves with a typical Mongolian breakfast.
Gentlemen, is it summer right now in Mongolia? Because I am freezing my ass off.
Meet Nargi and Iba, Mongolian locals from this region, and my new friends.
It's the summer.
What's it like in January?
You will feel your eyeballs freezing.
So what do we start with?
We start with the tea.
Boiling water is joined by green tea leaves and compressed tea stems. Add a hearty portion of salt and douse it with fresh cow milk.
And then where's the boba?
With what?
The tapioca balls?
Yoga bowls?
You say yoga balls?
This silky liquid is a tasty, energy-packed way to keep you warm in Mongolia.
So hot.
Obviously warm, steamy. You can taste the tea a little bit. I'm mostly just tasting dairy. I like it though, it's very hearty and it's warming me up from the inside, which is what I need right now.
So yeah, we have the most common dish of the breakfast. It's called BOORTSOG.
Flour, milk, sugar, yeast, and ghee formed into a dough. Knead it, roll it out, portion, and shape. As soon as it hits hot oil, it begins to take on the familiar form of fried bread.
This is pretty good. I mean, all kinds of fried bread are pretty good. It's sort of like a savory donut. And it's not even that savory, it's a little bit sweet.
It's like a naked donut.
In place of sugary frosting, how about Urum, or clotted cream?
So I've heard of blood clot. Is it like that?
So how it is made is you boil the milk and then let it sit.
So definitely it's not butter.
Yeah, it's not butter.
It's very creamy. It's not overly rich like butter. It tastes a little bit more whipped. It's delicious.
It's really smooth. I love it.
So this region we're in now, there's a city of DARKHAN, but the whole region is also DARKHAN?
DARKHAN Osh, which translates as DARKHAN Mountain. We have these two mountain ranges colliding here.
DARKHAN Ul, our journey's starting destination, lies in the north of Mongolia.
From the capital of Ulaanbaatar, we came here probably 7 hours driving on mostly roads that are unpaved, that are rocky, that are just serpentine all over these hills and mountains. I mean, is it even possible to get mail delivered out here?
It's not possible.
It's not possible.
Out here, you're truly off the grid. No 4G, no electric lines, no underground plumbing. When they need power, the sun's got their back.
What are people doing here? How are they earning a living?
So their main business is herding animals. A sheep, goat, cow, horse. Those 4 are the main animals here.
Today, Andrew and I are welcomed by a Mongolian family that still lives as nomads.
So we have the common dish of the nomad culture. Khailmag. Khailmag.
Like you're putting on your helmet.
The making of this tongue-twisting dish starts with Urum, heated in a pot. As it melts down, she adds flour, then a handful of raisins, then sugar. Continue stirring until the fat separates.
Oh, you put it on the bread?
Yeah.
I'm gonna open this up so I have more surface area on my bread. Sorry to change your ancient tradition.
What do you think?
Oh, I like that.
Such a unique texture, huh?
Yeah.
The cream is crystallized in a way, almost like a light crunch to it as you eat it. The raisins offer a little bit of sweetness, and then it's just so rich.
The butter, man.
This could give you a heart attack. If it was me, I would just be like, well, bread's bad for you. I'll just eat this.
I'm starting to understand why Mongolians are such big people. A lot of dairy, a lot of sweet food.
During summer, we Mongolians don't usually eat a lot of meat. We usually eat a lot of dairy products.
And then in the winter, that's when you get the meat to keep you warm.
Yes.
You two are part of a group known as
Bostock boys.
Bostock.
Bostock boys.
The Bostock boys are documenting Mongolian food and culture and broadcasting it to the world through their YouTube channel, Artger.
In general, which videos do well for the channel?
The best ones are the camel milk with over 10 million views now. And then the second one is Bostock. It is a national dish, the one and only.
Having charged up with a super calorie breakfast, the Bostock boys are ready to go to work.
Here we have all the meat that's been cut up. We have some onion, salt, and pepper. We have our sack.
Look at this.
This is the whole sack. That is what contained the entire goat. So this is the most important part here because we're gonna stuff the sack.
Main tool in Mongolian kitchens is the hot rocks.
Step 1, he puts it inside. How many rocks do you have in there?
Maybe 20 more. We gotta place the rocks in the right place now and then add the meat. The steam is out of bottom hole, man.
It's like me when I eat Thai food. So this is salt and pepper mixture going in, right?
Yeah.
A couple of onions, a layer of meat.
Whether you're moving your animals to greener pastures or expanding your empire, carry large cooking vessels will only serve to slow you down.
Oh, it smells good.
Thus, Bostock is a genius recipe born of necessity that stuck around because people here love how it tastes.
It's almost done, man.
All right, look at the steam pouring out now, coming out of both ends, like when I have Indian food. Sorry.
We got to reseal with metal wire.
They're putting it around the neck and then twisting it super tight, and that's enough, apparently. Where did the legs go?
We got a good surgery on that.
Oh my gosh, it's like, it's a quadruple amputee.
While the hot stones cook the goat from the inside, the outside also needs some work. In the past, hot steel was pressed on the goat exterior, burning its hair and cooking its skin. But ancient problems require modern solutions. The hair is torched, scraped clean, then washed. They alternate between roaring flames and smears of goat fat to keep the surface moisturized. After 4 more hours, the Bostock will be ready for feasting. Until then, Andrew and I try to make ourselves useful.
Me and Andrew are here on a mission to see what it's like to live the nomad lifestyle in Mongolia. To me, nomad is misused sometimes these days because sometimes people talk about nomads, but they used to live as nomads. And to be a nomad really means to move kind of continuously because your animals have to get new food, so you have to move for the animals or else they're not going to survive. These people here, are they actually moving?
Yeah, they're moving consistently.
These days, a full 40% of Mongolians are still nomadic herders, moving 2 to 4 4 times a year.
Right now we're actually at the winter place.
Why didn't they move yet? It's summer.
We asked them to wait us for a little bit longer.
Are we interrupting their nomadic cycles?
Yeah, as soon as we leave, they will move.
These days, cars make the quarterly migration a lot faster, and motorbikes make herding the cattle a lot easier.
From here and as we move south, everywhere we go, we're gonna do whatever it takes to help out and get the full, true, traditional nomad experience in this country. I know there's a lot to do today. I think maybe I could help in the kitchen with a snack, something fun like that. Is there anything Andrew could do?
How about goat shit?
Goat shit?
Goat shit?
What can he do with the goat shit?
You can clean them.
How about cleaning goat shit?
How's that important?
No, it's a nomad way. You know, you want to explore how we live. And
This is fantastic. All right, listen, next time you can pick who does what task. How about that?
Yeah.
Food, shit.
In this country of 3 million people, there are 70 million heads of cattle. Every single piece of the animal is utilized in some way, sometimes in ways that will get you drunk.
Right here in this pot, they are distilling milk vodka. They've already put in a fermented cow milk. That is boiling here. Then the steam is gonna rise up. It's gonna collect here on this pot full of water. Inside, there's a small pot that's gonna collect the drippings. That is the vodka. But everything that's left, that is gonna create a paste, the byproduct, that can also be eaten too.
In Mongolia's short summer season, cattle eat up to 500 different types of naturally grown herbs. That means a lot of fiber and also a lot of...
We are out here in the goat barn, ready to shovel shit, I guess. I've got to admit, this is pretty clean for a goat pen. It smells...
Smells sour. That paste we were talking about inside, it is the same thing as this right here. It has a weird kind of Play-Doh-y type texture. Can I... I took a big piece. Oh, it really cakes your mouth. It's kind of sour, but it tastes good. That being said, usually they're not gonna eat it like this. We're gonna be transforming it into something else. We need to give this curd CPR.
In a few simple steps, this paste will turn into what I'd call Mongolian cheese.
Can you show me what to do? I don't speak Mongolian, which might come as a shock to you guys. Oh.
It seems like step one is to kind of just make it even, so it's one flat surface, because I'm pretty sure soon this is gonna get smushed. I wanna help too. We can do it together, right? She's like, don't get in the way.
Is this the shit? We're gonna get this shit? We rake it, all right? Pretty simple process. Honestly, this seems very similar to how I would shovel shit back home in Australia. I'm feeling like a real nomad right now. Is this good? Are we doing good? Yeah. Yeah? Oh man, it's hard to communicate in Mongolian.
So she pointed to this. This is a good 40 pounds of rocks. We've set that on top. I think she's moving it around to really ensure that it's level and that all the water is gonna get pushed out over time. That? Okay, she's pointing to something heavy. Oh, what?
As I've been traveling through Mongolia, there is a distinct lack of any kind of above ground vegetation. This cannot be used for like manure as you would usually use it for in the West. I guess that's why they're burning it.
Livestock dung is a common fuel source here, making your Yule log look like the real piece of shit.
We're towing the shit.
It burns hot and its smoke can chase away bugs.
You gotta be careful here. This is some slippery stuff. This is not where you want to eat it.
But first, it must be dried out in a designated area.
I thought she was pointing to this. No, there's a rock. Oh. Here we have about a 55-pound cement block. Oh. So that is gonna be some curd smushing power right here. Should I get that one too? But to be fair, I got this one. Can you get that one? I got this one. You get that one. Okay, I'll get it.
Is this true? Are we really on a giant pile of dung?
Here, the dung will be left to dry out.
That was it. I've got to admit, I really don't feel like there was anything to do with food or there was all that uniquely cultural about this. I think Sunny just wanted to put me through pain. Luckily, I get to choose the task next time and I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to get some payback.
Any more? Okay, this step is complete. All we have to do now is wait for the curd to harden and become a food, a brand new food called aros.
Once the paste has been compressed for 24 hours, the weight is removed and the hardened dairy is sliced with a string. Now it's ready to eat.
It is really hard. So this has just been sitting there for only 24 hours and it gets this hard.
That is so sour.
Yeah. It's kind of like a sour Parmesan. What would you normally eat this with? Like a big charcuterie board, some grapes, and...
No, we had the clotted cream.
You eat this with more dairy?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That is the Aurot, but this is the Bostock. Can I touch it?
Sure.
It is still really warm.
You guys are pros here. How do you like the final product? Are you happy with this?
Absolutely, yeah.
Is there anything you would have done differently?
Not really. Maybe you can add some veggies inside. Maybe you can find out a piece of carrot in here, a cap on a bottom hole.
So some people roast a pig and put an apple in their mouth. This man will make a Bostock and put a carrot in the other end. Very nice touch.
Traditionally, Bostock is served with the tail pointing toward the front door of the gur.
I have to tell you this. I have seen this in YouTube videos before, and to be completely honest, and no disrespect, I just thought that doesn't look like it'd be very good. It's charred, it's a kind of disconcerting shade of brown, it's leathery. So I'm gonna be 100% honest with my feelings, my reactions, my thoughts today. I know you guys know it's good, but I'm gonna find out soon. Sir, please do the honors. The skin does look pretty decent once you cut it open.
Right.
Holy cow.
That looks juicy, man.
Before we dig in it Bostock, we got past the hot rocks.
Can't believe how well that's held its temperature. This has been a good 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, it's still quite warm.
You can put that on some painful area in your body and then relieves the pain. 100 masterpieces for you, buddy.
Oh, thank you. So that strip right down the center of the belly, he's kind of calling that the masterpiece.
This is like a goat belly cooked from the inside. Oh, that's chewy.
It's chewy, it's gummy, but I don't mind that. It has a lot of flavor, but it's different than a normal goat. It's actually been flavored by the rocks. The rocks pass on a certain amount of minerality. That fresh water, like river smell, whatever that would be, that taste, is in the goat meat.
It's not really all that gamey, and I think that might be the reason why.
Yeah, not gamey at all. So from this point, there's all these different cuts. Do you know what this is?
Probably leg meat, yeah.
I am blown away by how well cooked that is. When I saw those rocks going in, I just thought it doesn't matter how long you leave that, the rocks are gonna cool down. This is barely gonna be cooked. This is very well cooked.
But you're also torching it from the outside. So what % is being cooked by the rocks and what % is being cooked by the torch?
80% is cooked from the inside with the rocks.
So rocks are doing a lot. There's sometimes even a little like granular texture, maybe sand or something that came off the rock. Is that possible?
It is possible.
Can we try the, oh, what the?
You can get this big bone, man.
This is what's so unique about this dish. Here, usually there'd be like a liver, there would be anything but a leg bone. I'm telling you guys, the marketing for this is awful. When you look at it, it just looks like one of those bodies they dug up after Mount Pompeo blew its lid. So people would be like, no. But when you dig in, such a clean flavor, not gamey at all.
Especially considering they haven't like masked the flavor in any way. You know, sure there's salt, there's a little bit of pepper, but there's no herbs and spices. It's pretty just straight up.
Do you know what would go perfect with this? Milk vodka.
Oh yeah.
It is clear, smells like sour milk. Oh, I like it. It's a good flavor. I cannot believe how good that is. It feels like a hot sake, but it's made from milk.
Pretty incredible. I can't believe that comes from milk.
I can't believe it either.
There's no bite to it. It's remarkably smooth. Maybe there's some kind of creaminess left from the milk or something.
That is dangerous. How's the hangover from this?
Huge. We got some soup as well, if you want to try it.
Soup me up. Look at this, like a pool of broth. The whole bottom of the thing is filled up with broth. That's why it's so important to not pierce the hide anywhere and also to plug the bottom with the carrot. Does that smell awesome? It's smoky, like it has a beautiful charred flavor somehow. Whoa. Oh, I love it, guys. So of course, over hours, the onions have just completely broken down. You can kind of feel the texture of them a little bit, but the flavor of the onion is still in there. Such a deep, savory, delicious flavor.
It's like the richest, almost gravy you've ever tasted. That just lines your entire mouth.
I'm in love. And it's not just because I'm drunk off of milk. I'm shocked, I'm blown away. Today was an incredible introduction into food here. I read a little bit about Mongolia before coming here, and it seemed like food would be very simple, heavy, meaty, and just full of dairy. And so I didn't know what to expect. Here you have a recipe that goes back just generation after generation. You were asking why do people still do it today? Boom. That's why. It's like, why do people still grill steaks today? It's because it's damn good. But it would be too hard for people who aren't growing up with it to make it. Like, you can't really look up a YouTube tutorial, start with one goat. It's Like, okay. Already I'm in trouble. So it is one of those things you're just gonna get it here, and that's it. It's incredible. I'm taking rocks home in my suitcase.
Best Ever Food Review Show is a small team of independent creators, and everything we do here works because of you guys. Click the link in our description to join our Patreon and receive exclusive benefits. A peace.
If you break your leg now, it's like, well, jump in the car. In 7 hours, we'll be at the biggest hospital in the country. All right, let's try not to break our legs. You're not gonna like cut this up like a meatloaf.
We make a hole and then we open it.
It's like a taco bowl. Have you ever had a taco bowl? I'm gonna take you to Taco Bell sometime. Probably not in Mongolia though. Can you try these ribs? I love the ribs are just scattered throughout his body like it got into a terrible train accident. My brother is lactose intolerant. If he has too much of this, he will have a volcano out of his ass. Are there any Mongolians who can't eat dairy?
I don't think so. We were born with those.
Hypertolerance.
Yeah.
Goat is usually has pasture on top of the mountains and eat very good quality of grasses and flowers, all that jazz. That's why the meat itself is very delicious.
My meat would taste so bad. They'd be like, he definitely would. He was not organic, we'll tell you that. He ate mostly fried foods, a lot of cheese, too much dairy, loads of Jack Daniels. It's gonna be bitter and kind of disgusting. And that's how I ward off cannibals. I want to thank all 5 of these gentlemen here.
Nargi, Jauha,
Ipa,
Bostock.
These guys are all part of the Bostock Boys. You can find them on YouTube at Artger. This is the name, type it in. They are covering food and culture all around Mongolia. Super interesting, entertaining. And if you want to book your own tour here in Mongolia, do it through these guys. Their website is in our description box down below. That is it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Everyone together, a peace.
Yeah. Sonny, yeah.
All right. I think we should try to find another animal to cook inside of itself. Maybe like a
Pig.
horse or a pig?
Pig.
A pig.
We did.
Let's do a pig. Let's go.